Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging through a ton of expert insights to give you a really clear blueprint for growing your business. We're talking about how to win in today's global, AI-driven world.
Okay, let's just start right here. This quote, it gets to the very heart of everything we're about to cover. It's not enough to just be online anymore. The future is about being perfectly optimized for the digital world we actually live in. So first things first, before you can even think about taking over the world, you gotta have a solid home base. We're starting with the absolute essentials, a professional website that works, and a brand identity that people remember.
Look, here's the bottom line. Your website and your brand have to be two sides of the same coin. It isn't just about having a pretty design. It's about combining that great look with rock-solid tech. On platforms like WordPress or Shopify, so you build trust from the moment someone lands on your page. And you absolutely cannot forget about your reputation, because let's be real, online reviews are the new word of mouth.
All right, so you've built this amazing digital foundation. Now what? A great website is totally useless if nobody can find it, right? This is where we get into the art and the science of mastering search.
Now, this is a super important distinction. Think of it like this. SEO, or search engine optimization, is what gets people to your front door. It's all about traffic. But CRO, conversion rate optimization, that's what convinces them to come inside, look around, and actually buy something. You need both. Period. One without the other just doesn't work.
And this is your roadmap for any tough project. You can't just guess or throw things at the wall. You have to be methodical. You start with a deep dive audit of everything, the tech, the content, the backlinks. Then you build a strategy based on actual data. You implement, you track, and this is the hard part. You have to be patient. SEO is a long game.
And hey, once you've got that big picture strategy, don't forget to dominate your own backyard. Optimizing for all those near-me searches can literally drive customers to your physical location. The absolute core of this is your Google business profile. Keeping that info sharp, your address, your hours, and especially your reviews is a total game changer for local business.
So once you've mastered your local turf, it's time to think bigger, way bigger. In this crazy connected world, speaking your customer's language, and I mean really speaking their language, is completely non-negotiable.
Okay, let's get one thing straight. We are not talking about just plugging your text into Google Translate. This is about transcreation. It's about adapting your message so that it hits home emotionally in every single culture. It's about understanding local slang, context, and humor so your brand feels like a local, not like a tourist.
And just look at the scale we're talking about here. A real global strategy covers a massive linguistic landscape. It's not just the big ones like Spanish or Arabic. It's about reaching people in Serbian, in Tagalog, and even understanding the subtle but crucial differences between American, British, and Australian English. This is what going global truly means today.
Okay, let's shift gears and go where the conversation is really happening. Because today, all the engagement, all the buzz is driven by dynamic, visual content on social media. It's where your audience lives.
Let that one sink in for a second. This isn't some bold prediction. It's a statement of fact. Right now, if video is not a core piece of your marketing strategy, you are already behind. It's really that simple and that urgent.
And these are the stages where your video content needs to perform. But here's the catch. It is not a one-size-fits-all deal. You need those short, snappy, vertical videos for TikTok and Instagram, but you also need the polished professional content for LinkedIn and the deep dive educational stuff for YouTube. It's all about meeting your audience where they are with the kind of content they expect to see there. All right, for our final pillar, let's talk about the thing that is changing, well, everything. Artificial intelligence isn't just a buzzword anymore. It is actively reshaping the entire marketing world as we speak.
So what does this actually mean? Well, AI is now this incredibly powerful toolkit for getting things done faster and more creatively. It helps us sift through mountains of data to figure out what people really want when they search for something. This means we can create and deliver super personalized content at a scale that was just science fiction a few years ago.
But you knew there was a but coming, right? With all this new tech, there are new ways to get in trouble. You have to use these tools ethically. Google is coming down hard on spammy shortcuts like expired domain abuse. The lesson is crystal clear. Focus on creating high-quality, genuinely helpful content. The shortcuts just aren't worth the risk.
And that brings us to our final and honestly our most important point. After all this talk about AI, data, algorithms, and optimization, we can't forget that marketing at its core is about connecting with other human beings.
So that's the big question I want to leave you with. Technology is an amazing tool, there's no doubt about it. But it's the human stuff, your creativity, your empathy, the real connections you build that will always, always be what makes your brand truly special. Thanks for watching.